Weirdly artistic.
Damn, that's weird. We're back with Nick, Jay, and Jose.
It's weirdly artistic. We're talking art.
We're talking weird and everything under the sun.
Weirdly artistic.
Damn, that's weird.
Weirdly artistic.
Welcome back, everyone, to Weirdly Artistic. This is episode 5. I'm Jose.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jordan.
What's up, everyone? So today we wanted to talk about more music than film this time. I think
We can add in like how music affects film,
well,
but
you know,
yeah,
how they go hand
we
in
talk
hand.
about our
but
days first. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jumping me right in. and
buy
don't
me a
even take
drink
me
first,
Yo,
man.
date, huh?
Buy me a drink.
How was your day,
Jordan,
Jose?
It was pretty chill. Got
Pretty
a little
chill?
bit of training done for Nathan.
Good.
Then
couple podcast
couple
episodes
pod-
edited.
yeah, edited a couple
Ads.
podcast episodes, and then I just kind of just chilled, watched you guys. Well, we did the commercial too, which is awesome.
We
Yeah.
did. You should have seen it at this point.
Yeah,
Probably
It's-
by this point.
At this point,
it's freaking awesome. I loved it. You know,
it's
quick
dope.
little creative commercial
was
for
weirdly
for the
artistic.
podcast. It was weirdly artistic.
It's also Friday, too. We have that to look forward to for
Yeah,
the
cheers
weekend.
to the
God.
weekend. Nathan said he was off for the weekend.
He's off
so-
for 3 days.
Oh
so
my.
yeah,
Yeah, so we don't
Thank
have to touch
God.
any of that training till Monday at least. So
Any fun
no,
weekend
it's-
plans other than, I guess we can't really say too much of the plans because this
Yeah.
will be released a little later.
it's gonna be
but
way later, but
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill, play some Skyrim, maybe go play a Magic tournament.
I really need to
The
turn
huge.
some Sky.
Huge.
Need to get into it, but I'll get lost. I'm waiting for the new Star Wars game to come out. It's supposed to be
Oh.
open map, open world,
Dude.
seamless
yeah.
jumping.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
Oh
be a
my
Sith.
gosh.
I'm gonna be a
I've
Sith.
seen a
obviously.
bunch of
No.
Absolutely.
Seen a bunch of ads for that.
Have two accounts.
The
Stoked.
first one was amazing.
I'm stoked. I haven't played the first one.
Amazing.
Beyond stoked. I can't wait for that to come out. But
Say goodbye to more free time.
seriously,
Dude, what free time?
Yeah, what free
what
time?
free time when you get home and
Can't
cook
say
and go
goodbye
to
to anything
sleep?
I don't have.
It's okay
Yup,
though.
yup. Yeah. So we're bringing this podcast to music. Is this what we're doing?
Yeah, I think we start on the kind of where it came from, the
Where
frequencies.
it came from?
Tell
the
us.
frequencies.
Yeah, tell us the frequencies.
Let's talk about
Jordan, learn
I don't know,
us
music.
about-
Music is tracked all the way to Roman to
Back
Jesus
to Bible
times,
times,
like
man.
Bible times, and all the instruments. Like you got to think about it. Like what was the tuning standard for back in the day? Of like a lot of them went by feel, and from science, from what we see today, what the instruments were designed is that they did in the tuning of A, which would have been 432 hertz, which is just pretty. I think is incredible because you get to now time in history, you see our little sliver chunk of human life, the 1900 to now, pretty much. We
Industrial
completely
area.
commercialize, in a sense,
Like standardized. it.
standardize the hertz, and so now we all just decided to listen to 440. But some of the strange, interesting facts that I kind of looked up and saw inside of it was that apparently our Earth and everything has a frequency that like pulls off of it or
Resonates.
It resonates at a certain
resonates out,
frequency,
and
yeah.
so like even our brain waves can resonate these
What'd you say it was 8?
hertz. 8 is
For
the Earth.
The Earth, right?
And apparently, like
And the
the
sun.
sun and Saturn, they also have these hertz, but apparently they're all within this prime number of 8. And you get 432, which you times up, and you can get to that 432. There's also these other hertz that people said they played in, like 528,
Which is faster, right?
yeah, or it's a higher. Yep,
It's a
exactly.
higher frequency,
Faster,
right?
higher frequency.
Fire,
so the
faster wavelengths.
Yep. So the string is bouncing back quicker, but people have done studies saying like there's healing in different tunes of music and whatnot.
Like those bowls.
Yeah, like the bowls and
You hit the
studying.
bowl.
Exactly. So I mean, it's all just a theory, but it's like a lot of coincidences line up, and you can dive deep into YouTube and online and all these forums looking all this stuff up. But I do think it's super interesting. Like what even the pyramids on the scale of it's 1 to a 432nd size of scale to the Earth.
Which is
Each block.
insane.
Yeah, like the block or the whole actual pyramid.
the pyramid.
Oh,
Scale,
the whole pyramid
the
is
scale
is 1/432nd
to the
of
whole
the
size of
Earth,
the
yeah.
Earth. Yes, exactly. So like
Why?
weird little things like that.
Math.
Yeah.
Math.
That's
Thank
the last.
Pythagoras.
Hey.
That's what I was gonna say.
Thank
So
you.
it a lot of the stuff goes all the way back to Pythagoras. And
Yeah.
Is that
there's
the
talking? So
Pythagorean theorem.
I was
just about to ask,
He
yeah.
came up with that.
Yeah,
Pythagoras.
exactly.
Thank God we learned that.
Yeah, dude, I use it every day of my life.
Every
Well,
day.
isn't that
Thanks.
math? I mean, that's where
Yeah.
we wouldn't have the mile, the second really either. I mean, do
Time?
we have time then?
I mean, time
Yeah.
is made up. What is
Time
is-
time?
yes,
What is
exactly.
time?
Base it off the sun.
So that's where we also get, because of that theory, the whole is, well, what is time? Because man-made is 1 second. And we just decided that that's the amount of vibrations in that 1 second kind of thing.
That's
It does make
interesting to
sense,
think,
though.
Like,
Yeah.
who came up with like a second? Was like
We got
I feel like it
one,
was,
two,
um,
and then just kind of like
It
that's-
has to be someone during that Roman, I feel like, time, because then they had the clock, the sundial.
Well, I think that's just how they told when it
Yeah.
was during the day. Like I don't
There
think
was
they
no
had time.
need for a minute. There was no need for a second.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
you only
it was
needed
really
to know.
just seasons.
Yeah,
it was
seasons
all
of
seasonal
something.
for
Yeah.
like for
Yeah.
farming, for like all that kind of stuff.
Just
Like,
know where you're at, kind
Well,
of.
it was the height of the sun. They could
Yeah.
like the sundials. They could tell the height of the sun, and based off of the height of the length of the
Yeah.
shadow, that's how they knew what the seasons were.
Yeah.
And they knew when to start planting and when to
Yeah.
harvest and all that stuff.
I want to say, and this could be an insane guess,
At
but
least I think.
my brain is telling me that it's Benjamin Franklin that came up with time. I don't know why,
I
but
think that's a little late.
I think
there
that's
was
a
already.
little late.
I
Like,
don't
at least
know.
for
I think
like,
there was
the
already
second-
stopwatches they were already like winding
Ben
up.
Franklin's like
Didn't
early,
they have,
early
like
to.
like the pocket watches and
Yeah.
stuff like way back then.
And you didn't need to like.
Yeah, but he's like a
electricity for
founding
that.
father, man. Like that's when we
but
came
he's
over.
founding father of the U.S., not
That's true.
founding
Yeah,
father
yeah.
of
Wait, everything
time.
wasn't invented here?
No.
No,
I'm kidding.
Awesome. I thought. I was
was like,
wait a sec.
Come on.
Do we need to talk over here?
Yeah.
No.
Let's
so,
pause.
Let me talk.
Let's go up to the 1800s. Music, blah blah blah. If we get past the
Classical.
yeah, we're in the classical time. We're with
Beethoven,
composers,
Vivaldi,
Beethoven,
Bach,
all
Mozart,
these boys.
Mozart,
you know,
yes.
the rappers of back in the day. And they're pulling up to the venues. They probably got all the local ladies.
Can you imagine the
Yo,
listening parties back then?
The
Those
listening
things were
parties,
lit,
like-
bro.
Oh,
Do
dude,
you think there was
I
beef
bet.
between like East Coast and West
Yeah,
Coast? type
different
stuff?
no,
Like,
French composers versus Italian. Like, but you had opera and strings, and apparently, so there was the different frequencies, and if you did a higher A, so like 528 or 440, 445, you go up higher. Your singers are stretching their voice, so
Well, I remember you said
Italy,
that for
yeah.
opera singers that they,
Yeah,
they would go
opera,
lower,
yeah,
right?
Italy-
to save their voices.
that's what Italy wanted to do, and France wanted the high strings, and like England wanted this. So when Rockefeller, I don't know, wanted to say it was this. I know the tuning fork was invented in like 1711 or 1700s, and then that became standardized in 1935 and adopted by America because we started the guitars and instruments. That was a big export of ours, so we adopted the 440 as well, and
Oh,
it
interesting.
became standardized.
And then that jumped us into radio. Possibly.
We had, I wonder if radio or the phonogram came first.
That is a good
I
question.
wanna
we'll have
say
to see.
radio.
I would say radio because radio waves.
Communication and-
Communication.
I mean, that's actually like interesting. It's like
Yeah.
chicken and egg
Yeah.
type of situation where like, I mean, the phonograph itself is radio waves, right? So like what came first, the
It's-
sonograph that
That's true.
Played
like,
it?
plays it,
Yeah.
or the invention of like the radio itself to communicate. So it's, I mean, that'd be something to look
It's because
into.
it's receiving it too, and then they figured out the science of recording it onto like a piece of plastic. Like,
Oh, I
literally-
guess yeah. No, you're yeah.
It's
so
a circular.
I feel like that
cone.
came first.
Yeah,
the phonograph.
Yeah.
but I don't know because telecommunications, you could call somebody
Well,
on
it
the
was-
phone. I feel like you just plugged in lines.
Was it Edison that invented the phone?
That's-
It was
I don't know
around
anymore.
that time though, right?
That's the
and that's
light
the,
bulb. I
that's the
thought.
well, I mean, he invented a lot. Well, I don't want to say invented because it's
There's
There's a
Anderson,
couple of-
Alexander Graham
well,
Bell.
it's- He stole
phone,
quite a bit of
right?
ideas from.
It might have been.
Graham
yeah.
Bell. Alexander Graham Bell for the phone. I
That
believe.
sounds. That sounds.
I knew that there
actually
was like
sounds
two
right.
people that were. That
It
was
was
Thomas
two-
Edison.
no, it was
or
two
was
people.
It Bell? Yeah, there was two
It
people.
was t- I think
same
it was both
idea.
of them,
It was-
actually.
Yeah,
Why do I feel like Tesla made the light bulb?
yeah.
Tesla.
First.
No, Tesla invented like free electricity.
Yeah.
Not invented,
Yeah.
just discovered it.
Discovered.
And then the FBI was like, nah.
No,
He
no.
discovered that the lightning, or like
Free?
you can actually.
That's not free real
No, no.
estate.
There's atoms that
This is
connect through
America.
it. It's insane. But after that, we got the record player pretty much, and that's where we got Columbia Records, which is still around
Right.
today. And they were the ones that started printing CDs. They had Buddy Holly, Elvis, everyone that the beginning of
boys.
that was the first record label. Isn't that insane? Like
The Rat Pack.
the people that
yeah.
were printing the records and making it for everyone to go talk about a cash flow.
That's a monopoly.
They owned all of the artists. They printed it and they made it like they owned it all.
They did all of the shipping.
The science, everything. They created it.
Insane.
Good for them. Well, that leads
Yeah,
us
I
into
That
Elvis.
leads us-
Yeah,
the
about like
50s.
Elvis time, 50s.
The
rock and
50s.
roll.
Yeah.
It was a weird time because like they wouldn't find out about their stuff going hit, like everyone knew about them for like 2-3 weeks, and then
Yeah.
they'd find out, oh, I'm big. Like
Jeez.
Elvis's first was 1955, a single, and he sold over 1 million copies in 1955.
I wonder what his influence was. Like, there wasn't anybody doing
Chuck
Elvis
Berry.
before. Oh,
BB King,
BB King.
There was a lot of
yeah.
artists that
Yeah.
came like that.
Yeah.
Elvis
Beale
was
Street, man.
inspired by, and a lot of them were
Gospel. Yeah.
black
Black
singers.
Yeah.
gospel.
well, that's where he
artists,
grew up too. He was down
Blues, rock and roll.
Yeah.
his family moved to Memphis when he was like,
Well, that's why he was so hated
Right
because of
before
his
high school.
moves. And,
Well, I mean,
and like
it's-
his influence was that.
Not to get
technically,
political,
yeah.
but I mean, he was white in a very
Yeah.
racist time.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
He got big when other people that were just as talented, if not
or
more
doing the
talented,
same thing.
But they were
weren't
yeah.
getting that same recognition
Uh-uh.
because they weren't white. So
yeah, I mean, it wasn't his fault either.
No,
like,
not
he was
at
super
all.
inclusive of
No,
all those
for
people.
sure, yeah.
But that's what gave
yeah,
us-
yeah, no, like he was. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but like from the movies,
Mhm.
how they depicted, like it
Yeah.
seemed like he had a good relationship with at least a lot of the artists.
Yeah, and
I
that
mean, they were all druggies and homies. And
Yeah, I was
gonna
say.
They were just drinking
shenanigans.
They're drinking.
but he was kind of the first to explode
Yeah.
in that era, and like
Yeah.
he set the tone of what not to do. And we were saying this before, but
How
it's
no one listened.
no one
Yeah.
listens. They still all
Nope.
do terrible contracts with their managers,
Read
never
your
find a good
contract,
person. Yeah. And then they're all mad. And it's like, dude, it's been 80 years. We should probably have this figured
And
out.
I mean, Michael Jackson also, like, towards the end, like, that was, like, one thing he was trying to fight is, like, he wanted the rights to his masters.
I thought he ended up getting them. He bought them.
I mean, yeah, but I think it was after.
He got his and
it,
the
oh,
Beatles.
It was towards the end, but
He
like,
got his
that's,
and
that's
the
a big
Beatles.
thing that, like, the industry itself owns a lot of the masters and people don't own their music.
Actually, here's
That's
a fun
sad.
story about that. Paul McCartney, he was having a conversation with Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney was like, well, you got to invest in something you really believe in. And the next time he saw Michael Jackson, Michael was like, I listened, I did just what you said. and then he goes, what'd you invest in? He goes, well, I bought the rights to my music, and I bought yours.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and then
I think
Paul
that's
McCartney
awesome.
was kind of like,
Damn.
he
Oh.
was proud, but he was upset because he bought his own rights that he, and I think they got gifted back to him by the end or something like that.
I mean,
but,
that
like,
would have been awesome.
he was upset
Yeah.
about it. I remember.
Well, he was like, "Damn, why didn't I think of that?"
Yeah. Well, you got to have that much money to buy that.
That's also
Michael
true,
could
yeah.
walk through a freaking
Well, Michael still
anywhere.
to this day, I think, is like the best-selling artist.
Well, one
Oh,
of
yeah,
the most
yeah.
platinum. What did you
Well,
say
yeah,
he got?
Yeah, so
Even the
Thriller
Michael-
went platinum 33 times. is
Michael
what I- is what
Jackson
I saw.
Estates is
That's
still
insane.
making money. Yeah.
No, and yeah, I mean, from what I saw, what I was reading is that he still is the biggest selling artist.
I believe it.
Dude,
That's
insane.
insane. Well, Elvis kind of blazed the trail in a weird way. He had his music, and then a war happened, of course. Went into movies. Those were all horrible.
I thought so too.
yeah.
We're all horrible.
There is one filmed in Seattle, though, which is super
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah, yeah. It's
What's it
during
called?
the World Fair.
Oh yeah, I watched
Yeah.
that one.
So when Seattle
You
did
get
the
to
World
see
Fair,
Seattle, like old Seattle.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really cool. I
the
watched it just to see the
first year
shots.
the Space Needle was there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the
kinda
World
cool.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's why. That's
It's
when
like
the Space Needle was built.
68, I
Yeah.
think, something around that time.
Yes.
So he did all those movies, and then right after that, he had the big comeback with the leather
Oh, yeah.
outfit and did all the stuff in
Yep.
the middle, that middle stage,
Mm-hmm.
set the tone. Crazy thing. So he was supposed to do a Christmas special, and he had found out, and I can't remember, it might have been Kennedy, I don't remember the year, but no, it was Martin Luther King, got assassinated.
Oh crap.
And so he took it and said, I'm not doing the Christmas special. Let's do something that's going to join everyone together.
Yeah.
And so he didn't tell his manager or the producers that he was changing song. He just told the band. And so he changed the
That's
song
awesome.
to
Yeah.
something that was more meaningful and like that would kind of unite people. And that
Mhm.
was one of his ideas, was to
That's pretty awesome.
bring everyone together. And so his big comeback, well, actually it was right after, but instead of it being about him and like Christmas, he turned it into something that was like, this
More
is for
meaningful,
everyone.
not just for him, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and it like tied everyone together after such a big loss, and it showed who he was too. You know,
Yeah.
he supports people of all color, of all beliefs, which was really cool.
that's awesome.
Well, yeah, then because of his contract, he got sucked into a Vegas deal, and his general, or what's his name, the colonel,
The general,
The
Or
general.
the colonel, right?
one of the
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
one of the two.
Yeah.
He basically stole half his money, got in huge debt, and had to play at a Vegas strip show for the rest of his life. So he kind of just signed it
Just to
off
stay
and
afloat.
Said peace.
Yep. And then he could be dead. Who knows?
You know,
Maybe
that's
he-
what a funny saying
knows?
about Vegas is. They say that's where musicians go to die. You go to
Vegas?
Tennessee to record, and you build other labels. Like
I've actually heard that before.
You
yeah,
want to
from
build,
Tennessee.
you want to record, you want to be a recording guy. You go there, or a writer. You go there to be a writer for the rest of your life. LA is more or less, all the show, young hip and hop. but,
Superstars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
superstar-y.
Well,
but
chasing that lifestyle.
now it's changing a lot though. America's like
You
the
can kinda
shift
go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the great part. Of the internet. Also, is you also don't have to do a label as much anymore. Like, as cringe as it is, you guys know Young Gravy. Like,
Oh,
he
gosh.
had no label out of the gate and stuff, and now he's just like huge. So there's no contract. All that money
Well,
Just goes straight to
I'm
him.
pretty
I
sure he
think
did
it
get
was,
contracted
like,
though. Now.
COVID kind of pushed that a little bit, but I saw
Uh-huh.
a lot more artists like across different
Yeah, me
genres,
too.
more just pushing their own music and
People
just
had more time to
without
find out,
Well,
I feel
yeah,
like.
but like with people like a lot more artists are doing it without the labels. And just
Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
take a massive amount of budget to market
to
or
do
do
a sick
anything
music
anymore.
No, I
video.
mean,
Yeah.
All
you
you
can
need
get
is
creative.
a
I
team.
mean,
You need a team of
Yeah.
good creatives, and everyone's good at their job, and they all want to make it or something. Like, that's my
Yeah.
best piece of advice. If you and your homies are trying to find something to film or do whatever or create,
well, you don't need
do a
top
music
end
video.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
you just got to get creative.
Get
with how,
creative
Yeah, you
AF.
got to get creative with how
It's
you
not about what you
do
have.
stuff.
It's how you use
It's
it.
You
how
can do it
use
with the Sony.
In many
Like,
aspects.
dude, yeah, you do not need to have the nicest
No.
camera. I started on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Saying
Start on the little flip game.
Yep.
We talked about that in one of
HD.
the episodes.
HD.
So moving from Elvis to the 70s and 80s.
We got the Beatles.
Oh, Beatles. They're
Beatles came
60s.
through.
Yeah.
The
Michael
60s.
Jackson he started a solo
Yeah.
career 71.
Yeah. He was in
Yeah.
the Jackson 5 for a
Yeah.
while.
I was gonna say when,
Well, yeah,
when was Jackson 5?
67. I want to say like it was like around like mid 60s.
It was
only for
and
a
then-
few years, right?
And then
He was
yeah,
in
it was
the
like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Spotlight
And then
whole life.
71 was when he went solo.
Yeah.
And then 79 was when he really got like huge.
Is that when he released Thriller?
I don't know when it was released, but it was
I
like
feel like that was
I-
mid
I-
80s.
Actually,
It
that
would've
sounds
sucked
about
early
right.
80s.
I think it was
Sucked to have been
79.
one of the
I know
brothers.
79
Dude,
was like
Tito's
any of
Jackson.
them.
started. But yeah, 79 I think.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And then that's when MTV came around.
He actually Michael Jackson
Pretty
was
much
a
invented it.
huge, was a huge like driving force for MTV.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Thriller
that.
was like one of the first music
Like, yeah,
videos to be played
huge,
on
that's
TV.
right.
and
driving
Yeah.
Madonna.
force, yeah.
And
Mhm.
Madonna, right?
Yep.
Them two together.
And Paula Abdul, don't forget her.
Yes.
Paula Abdul.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
crazy, and she's still like relevant somewhat, but
Somewhat.
I think she got booted out of the sunlight. She did some dicey things.
I haven't heard about that actually.
Yeah.
Well, with the American Idol stuff, she
Yeah,
got,
she
I think
did
it was
some
a pill
inappropriate-
addiction.
She got a what?
Oh,
dude?
Had a
yeah.
pill
She
addiction.
started, like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
getting loopy.
Oh wow.
The
Yeah,
loopy
you could
before
kind of tell in
sets.
the end of the seasons.
I
we were
yeah.
like,
I've watched.
"Ugh."
I never got sucked into American Idol.
Does anyone else think Steven Tyler's a gym? I like him. I think he's a
He's-
genuine
Yeah, I
guy.
lo-
Oh,
I love
yeah.
Steven
Yeah.
Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like. He's
Yeah.
like a real dude.
Dude,
Don't forget
Aerosmith is
Liv
great.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Freaking Eowyn,
Eowyn?
Aragorn's wife on Lord of the Rings. That's
Well, yeah, but like, what about her?
that's his daughter.
No
Oh,
Liv Tyler.
Yes, that's right.
What?
And then Tom Cruise.
I never put
And then
two and two
or
together.
no, wait.
Yeah.
Was it Tom Cruise that they dated too?
No, that's Katie Holmes.
That's Katie Holmes.
Katie
I'm thinking
Holmes-
of
that's his-
Ben Affleck dated
Liv Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah,
in
No, I didn't know
Daredevil.
that.
that's his daughter.
Ben
Dude,
Affleck.
Your mind is
What, wasn't he
shattered.
dating
Look at her
Jennifer
lips,
Garner?
dude.
Yeah, her mouth is huge.
Her mouth and her lips, exact same.
It's Steven Tyler.
Yeah, it's no, he's
Actually,
a gem.
we gotta Google that because I heard that there was a funny story to that, like where he got he was on tour through there and he was always doing girls and whatever, and like the mom said that that's the dad, but it wasn't ever proven, so she just kept that name. I think I gotta look that up right now.
Whoa,
Okay.
I'm doing
that's
that.
weird. The
Cool.
70s, 80s were revolutionary for music, though. I mean, we're not old enough to say it because we weren't
No,
there,
I
but we've
mean-
listened to it our whole lives.
No, I mean for me, I'm a huge house head.
Yeah.
So the 70s were disco, and then when disco died, house lived.
Clicked.
So yeah, I mean in Chicago, we were talking about this after disco kind of died. People in Chicago or DJs, Frankie Knuckles specifically, were playing disco records but making them a little more mechanical. And
Yeah.
sure enough, house kind of became that.
So were
from
they
disco.
they were using the new tools, right?
Yeah. Oh, I
With
mean,
the-
yeah, they were using more synthesizers and
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar
savvy with 70s tech, but
yeah, so they were using that to basically boost the bass and making a little more driving
A vibe.
and then just keeping that sexy vibe from disco.
I miss that vibe.
Dude, that's
Bee Gees. If you can't tell
Dude, Bee
about the way
Gees.
I walk, No time to talk. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's one of my guilty pleasures, honestly. Disco, like,
Dude.
it's great to listen to. Like,
It's just
got
flowy,
energy.
like-
yeah,
You know the easiest way to disco is just pretend you got a paint can on your hip and then your hand is a paintbrush. So you like dip and paint. So it's just quick and easy. Yeah.
dip and paint.
Dip and
Okay,
paint, bro.
okay.
That's how you disco.
There you go. There you go.
What'd you find out?
Her mom never told her that Steven Tyler was her dad, and she had to put it all together herself. She went to
Oh.
a concert, had her when she was super young, never told her, and she kind of put it all together by reading her diary and everything. And it's
Holy
legit.
crap.
Yeah.
And does Steven recognize
Yes.
her?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
Steven Tyler went to, I've seen pictures of him at the Lord of the Rings premiere, like with her.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I mean,
That
that'd be
is
wild.
insane.
I mean, did he? Do you think he knew?
I mean,
Liv went on. It
There's
must
probably
be
a
a
lot.
chemical
Like, not
somehow.
at the
DNA
I don't
and
know.
genes. It felt like a connection in a very strong way when I met him as a little girl, and I didn't know why, but I figured
Weird.
it out rather quickly.
Well, it's like facial structure and everything.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
like, she was probably like, "Yo, you look.
why do I look like
yeah,
you?
you look familiar."
He has more feminine features than most
I'd say,
men.
yeah.
Liv went
He's a
on.
beautiful
He's such
man.
a beautiful, wonderful influence in my life. I still consider him as my father. Liv's mother had made a pact with Todd, her stepdad, at birth to keep the paternity confusion a secret. They agreed Todd would be Liv's father. If it became an issue, we'd tell her at 18.
Damn.
Dude, that's like a,
That's
That's a
that's
huge
destiny.
pill to swallow.
Yeah. It was meant to meet.
Meant to me.
So like she met him like when she was young at a concert, or
Oh, her mom? Yeah, like
well, no, like
Steven
Liv.
Tyler.
Like how did?
Oh,
that was like
yeah,
the
how did
thing,
she
right?
saw him at a concert and put two and two together, and that she had another sister with that had a similar name or something like that.
That just
and
didn't look-
Yeah, I don't know. It's something like that, but like she figured it out by reading in her mom's diary and stuff, and
That's
Weird.
that
wild.
she got pregnant at a young age. And
Yeah, that's insane.
at
Yeah.
a
Can
show.
you imagine just finding out your dad's just like a star?
One of the biggest.
yeah, at the
seriously.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Speaking of big stars in that time, Queen. Dude,
Queen, always
game
big.
changer.
Queen.
Speaking of that, their movie, The Bohemian Rhapsody,
Stupid good.
is so good.
I've been
Like,
wanting to watch that.
It's a great, like, if you're not that into Queen, it'll just really tell you his story. There's a couple timeline things in the story where it's like not exactly how it happened,
Mm-hmm.
but there's only like 2 or 3 things,
Okay.
and it's the performance by Rami Malek. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so good.
You
Prob-
gotta really learn about his home life and why he became what he became, and then you really get to understand what his songs were more about, which was cool. It's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
oh, now I know what he's writing
Well,
about.
you guys were talking about like how he was influenced growing up and all that stuff. And how,
That's
like,
Rocket
yeah.
Man.
Oh, okay.
There's
Elton
also
John.
influence,
Yeah.
though.
Well,
He had like
Bohemian Rhapsody, they kind of released the songs as he released them as an adult.
Okay.
In Rocket Man, there's like a scene where Elton John is a little kid and he's singing a song that he wrote as an adult. So they're using the song from the exact experience it came from.
Interesting. Okay.
So like it's this little kid singing Elton John songs with the Elton John voice,
Wow.
but it's a little kid. So it's like
That's
when
sick.
it influenced him.
okay.
That's what I love about Rocket Man. And like the scene where he's jamming on the piano at his first concert and his feet lift up and he's like floating and playing the piano. And it's
Yeah.
like, we know that didn't happen, but that's how he felt it. You know, that was his
It was
first
his experience.
first
That's-
rise.
It was an out of body experience.
Yeah, he was floating. But
Will you imagine like a huge, like your first huge concert, dude?
yeah.
Oh,
Do you know
yeah.
Taron Egerton, the actor? He did such a good job at Elton John's songs that Elton John was like, use his voice for the movie. So they didn't use any dubs
Oh,
of
yeah,
Elton
yeah,
John.
yeah.
It was
That's
all
right.
Taron
It's
Egerton.
so
I think they
cool.
did that with Joaquin Phoenix and Walk the Line.
Walk the
too.
Line. He did so good though that he took Taron Egerton on the first half of his final tour ever.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. That's awesome, dude.
So he got to go and perform with Elton John. He's like our age.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh, here's a fun music fact. Carlos Santana's first bigger show, Woodstock.
No
This
way.
is like his coming out to the
69?
world. Yes, coming out to the world, Woodstock.
Damn.
He is supposed to
dope.
play at 8 o'clock p.m. at night. And so he's like, cool, I got all day to hang out. Another guitarist from a different band, I want to say maybe from Led Zeppelin, I believe, was like, have some LSD. He's like, great. So he
Great.
does some LSD or acid, something like crazy like that. The guy
Hallucinogen.
comes back and he's like, hey, you're going to be on in 45 minutes to an hour. Hope you're ready to go, after he just dropped
Yeah.
this hallucinogen.
I mean, that's usually when it starts to kick in. Like
Oh, yeah.
when it's you're
So
subtly coming
he
out.
And
is
then that's when
going
we
out
got
on
the-
stage while it's just boom, like flowing through his body, and
And that's how he got the rip?
Yep, and then that's how we hear the song. I think it's Europa, or it's like Euphoria or something like that. But like it's one of his big songs, but it's his first one, and he is just loaded on acid, playing that song beautifully. But like it's just like what?
It's probably just him up there.
He said
Well,
he
dude,
like-
acid makes you
he
play
said
better.
he doesn't remember a thing. He
I-
doesn't remember
yeah.
the show at all. Like
I
Damn.
believe that.
it's insane.
I've had
Woodstock
many a journey.
pictures, dude.
Hey, how'd it
looking
go?
At those.
That's
I
crazy.
would have loved to go to shows back in the 70s and stuff.
I've always
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh.
That would have been so sick.
My dad has seen Journey, Led
Yes.
Zeppelin, Def Leppard, like all those guys.
insane.
He saw like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
in the 80s, and I've always thought to my dad, it's like we've heard like "Don't Stop Believin'." We've heard that one version a million times one way though.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine going to a couple concerts with someone that's that talented and hearing it like how they perform it? It'd be so much cooler.
I heard Guns N' Roses was trash live. Like
Really?
they were
Really?
just drunk AF, like Slash and like
I
Axl
can see
Rose
that.
is
I can
pitchy
see
all
that.
over because he's
Dang.
singing all the high shit. And my
Yeah,
dad said they sucked.
that's a
I can
bummer.
see that.
They're still good though.
Oh yeah.
You know who is my favorite up and coming rock band right now?
Who?
Their name is blanking out of my brain right now.
Greta Van Fleet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
I like that they're revisiting the old sound a lot, and that it's popular. Like, it's,
Well, it feels like recorded analog. Like it feels heavy,
good,
like
yeah.
it used to.
Freaking
You know.
love it.
But
I
they're
love
pretty
their
much
guitar
Led
parts
Zeppelin.
are all so technical too. I've learned some of their
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
and it's beautiful
Yo,
stuff.
Polyphia.
They're all brothers too.
No
Oh, really?
way.
Other than the drummer, yeah.
That's
Not
dope.
Polyphia, but the Greta
No,
Van
yeah.
Fleet boys. Yeah, they're
That's
all
so
like 2
dope.
of them are twins, and then one of them, yeah.
Dude.
Yo,
It's
what?
insane. I didn't know
His
that.
voice though.
What?
Yeah. If you want to
So
get
high.
hyped,
Yeah, no.
dude, that's the
I
song.
do like their
No.
stuff though. I listen to them a lot
Yeah,
too.
they're dope.
Yeah, Matt Griffith would play a lot of their songs at the bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
So yeah, they're good.
they're
good.
super good.
Who were you saying again too?
Polyphia.
Polyphia, yes,
great,
dude,
yeah.
amazing.
I don't know if I've heard
You
them.
want to know
They're-
something
they're
crazy?
like they're not like up and coming. I guess they're kind of up and coming. Like
They've been around now.
They've
so
made like a good, at least in the last
they're
year.
in
For
the
me, that's when I've
genre-
really listened to them more.
yeah, in the genre of only instrumental music, where they're so good at making instrumental music that people that sing ask them, or they ask them to be on songs, and like, but the guy Tim Henderson has like, I'm pretty sure the technique has been around for a while. It's called hybrid picking, where you have a pick in this hand and you're also picking fingers with this one.
Whoa.
So that's how he does all those really cool sounds. But it's just really cool to see another guitarist like come along with a classical guitar that's acoustic electric, doing that. It's a whole his own thing. So he's not following a path of I'm influenced by this. He's literally developed a technique, developed a guitar, a sound, and it's like now there's a whole genre of that. So I think that's on the
Dang.
forefront of doing that. But amazing band. What's crazy about Polyphia is that back in the day, like even when I was in high school, you go on tour, your amps alone and your guitar pedals would fill up this whole like corner space right here. They have a box about this big of the table, like 5 feet high,
Oh.
that has a computer laptop on top. Whole set, everything ran through that. Now
Dang.
you don't have to do all that crazy stuff. So think about you're saving stagehand help, all that money. It's expensive to go on tour.
Oh yeah.
Do venues have like the speakers and everything there, or like you bring in your own every time?
It just
I
depends
think it
on the quality
depends.
budget of your tour. If it's a nice venue tour,
I bet you they probably have like
Yeah.
in-house, or
In-house.
you could bring your own.
Or like
Yeah.
add to
you
it?
do in-house, and then you have your own in-ear monitors that are wireless to your system. So that way, you literally have a perfect mix every time. You never rely on house monitors because they'll feedback. They sound like crap, and then like
well, everyone's-
Normally blasted.
Everyone
Yeah,
would be
it's just
using them, and I'm
blasted.
sure like no one takes care of them.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
people
they're
just
trashed
step on them or
and
do
all
the
that.
foot
So
thing. Yeah.
In-ears is the best way to do anything live, and they're just those secret little headphones, which they're also great for editing because you can do drivers
Oh,
inside
yeah.
of them. Amazon has off-brands with the same audio drivers inside of them, so it's the same thing, and then you send in an ear mold, so your ears don't even feel like you're wearing headphones.
That's dope.
Yeah,
You
and
send
it's
in an ear
high
mold, that's
quality.
dope.
Yeah, it's super high quality.
Get
I want to
stuck.
say they're only like $150 maybe
two
if
set.
that,
Dang.
for 2 set, and you have to plug it in everything, but it's like thick wire and like.
That's
but it
dope.
sounds.
Okay.
You sound like you're there listening because it has such good drivers.
Jeez.
We might want to get some.
Yeah, maybe.
Something to look into.
Okay, wait. What are some dirty? Dirty?
My
Dirty
guilty
secret-
pleasures.
Your
Guilty pleasures?
guilty, dirty
Your
pleasure.
guilty pleasures.
Dirty pleasures.
When it comes to music, Jordan,
Yeah.
what do you listen to that is a
That
guilty
I don't
pleasure?
want anyone else to know I've ever learned a song. Probably like Nicki Minaj or something. You know, I'll bump some of that. Some 6ix9ine.
I mean, it depends how you feel.
6ix9ine.
Yeah.
That's
That's
Fifi
that's a
got that
guilty.
good, got
That's-
that.
that's a guilty.
That's
bro.
real
That's a
guilty, man.
guilty, bro.
Do you feel bad after playing that?
Yeah.
What is it? What's this gang called again? What did they do?
The tray, whatever the.
Treyway.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
bad,
gosh.
dude.
Bro,
I already
I-
got beat up lately.
Yeah.
Oh, he got like jumped at like a
Is there a
Planet
video?
Fitness
Well,
or
he's a
something.
rat, bro.
At a Planet Fitness.
Dude,
What is he doing
no,
there?
he got jumped at a gym. Like I didn't watch the
Well,
video.
doesn't he
but I
live? He
saw a
lives in
bunch of-
Miami now, so
I feel like that's where you fall. Like if you live
Like
in
Where you
LA.
LA.
go, that's where you go
Yeah.
to like be.
I think.
Yeah, it's a fallen artist.
Dude, yeah.
I don't think he's respected by many people.
No. No. He
Many
threw his career
bloods.
away.
He's not respected by anyone.
No.
Other than
Dude, he
Steve
got
will do
jumped
it.
by like kids at the gym.
I thought
Not
he
like
got-
kids, but they were like young people. That,
I saw
like-
another one. Then he got jumped by like old like Latino adults, like legit like grown ass dudes, like bald big dudes.
It just sounds like he's having a really rough time right now. I mean, you
I
anyone
mean,
that has rainbow hair
when,
probably
when
would.
you become when you become a snitch and then you
Yeah.
like flagrantly like
flaunt your money
you flaunt it and then you're like, oh, you can't touch me because I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the
because Fifi got that. Good,
I'm on a
good.
deal, and it's just like, dude,
they can
they're
and they will.
they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
The ops will get you. What's that one guy that passed away? The guys just got
XXX?
tried. Yeah. Can you imagine what his career would have been? That would have been fat. He only had one good album, right? Like,
Well,
Or
I actually
album and a
liked
half.
him. Like he
he
was.
was,
yeah.
he was all right. I never
He was
listened to him
alright,
too
He was
much,
a
but
sad
he was-
boy
he was-
for
yeah.
sure.
sad boy, but he was on the tip end of it all. I felt like making it. Then Drake comes out with a song with the same chorus, like all that
Yeah,
kind of
and then
stuff.
it's-
It's weird. And
Yeah.
then he said, if anyone ever ends me, you better look Drake up.
Wait, he
Dang.
said that?
Yeah, they tried to look it up and they tried to bring him into the case, and like it ended up not working and stuff.
Like he.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake is worth so much. If
Oh,
he
yeah.
doesn't want to do it, he's not gonna.
I mean, anyone that has a heart cut into their hairline must be worth money.
Yeah,
He's
they
a
have
certified.
to.
He's a certified lover boy. Dude.
Certified
Haven't you
lover
heard?
boy.
Haven't you heard?
Probably got that tatted like right above his cheeks.
It's got a tramp stamp.
Bro, yeah, he's got
Tramp
he
stamp.
bends over.
It just says "Lover Boy."
My
All
gosh,
right, Nick,
dude.
guilty pleasures.
Guilty.
Oh, this is easy. Boy bands, no
Boy
question.
bands. Okay.
NSYNC, Backstreet
You
Boys.
have to say the era of boy bands because when you say
90s.
that, I instantly think of like One
K-pop.
Direction, Jonas Brothers.
No, no, no.
Hey,
I mean,
Jonas Brothers were good.
I can get
I
behind
can
them.
get behind.
They're
I had a
talented.
sister. I learned
One
some of the
band-
songs for.
Yeah.
What was it? What
I'm
was,
hot.
what was that? The
Yeah,
movie they
come-
made. Band
Camp
Rock.
Band-
Camp
Camp
Rock.
Rock.
Dude, the memes from that
Yo.
on TikTok where they're
Oh my
walking in and
gosh.
people are just like,
Doing like terrible dances.
they did Hunger Games and Camp Rock together, and
Oh, what?
they're walking into camp just like, we are Camp Rock, and then the Hunger Game people are like, what the heck?
What is this?
Yeah, I need
So
to
good.
watch that. I haven't seen that. That's so
it's
funny.
like just
though.
a meme and a half, but dude.
Yeah, but Joe Bros were good.
Joe Bros
Joe
are
Bros
good,
are
but
good.
I'm talking like '90s boy bands.
Like
you know?
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah, like the
When
more
boy
R
bands
and B.
were like that.
you know?
I'm doing this
Boys to Men.
Yes, Boys to Men. For what is it called? All for One. Oh,
All for
dude.
One. I never listened to All for
And
One.
I swear.
Oh,
by
dude,
the moon
that triggers that
and the
one
stars.
commercial. Of
Just
like
Friends?
The,
Oh, no.
no, it was like a CD of like a bunch of like R&B and soul songs.
The old
Oh,
infomercials.
yes.
Yo.
I remember
Yeah,
those.
dude,
Those still play at
memories-
nighttime.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
We don't watch
regular
TV. Yeah, exactly. I was
That's-
gonna say,
Yeah.
we don't
And
watch it
I
anymore.
swear
And it's all
Guess
four of
the
them.
moon and the
Guess who's watching
stars in the
TV? All their
sky.
people.
People
Parker
buying
Market,
CDs.
People
Yeah.
buying them. This is the great mix.
Yeah, the greatest hits from
Greatest
that.
hits.
From 1993 to 98.
Buy this whole collection and you'll have $10 off.
Buy 40, yeah, four
It's like
CD
$80.
collection.
For 4 payments of $28.95.
Jeez, don't they know about Apple Music? They're still making
They're
sales.
how are they still in business if they're still making that, dude?
Because I bet the market of elderly people still doesn't have smartphones and they're just on their way
But
out.
They got
But-
crickets,
okay,
man.
but like they didn't already buy it 2 decades ago. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Newfound
off.
Passion?
there's new R&B and soul
Yeah.
songs.
Seriously.
Yeah, no. That's
Okay, wait. I got.
I'm not even that guilty about it. To
Okay,
be
well,
honest.
No, you were pretty proud.
Yeah,
about it.
I'm about it.
Like, who's
yo,
the last
yeah.
guilty pleasure? Oh, what do you got?
Dude, honestly, like I said, Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's
Britney.
right.
Britney
That's a good one.
Spears, dude.
Some Britney.
Some early Britney Spears, you know.
My
Well,
f-
like early to mid Britney Spears.
like 2003
before,
to
before the
2008.
shaved head.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, you got to sing.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's
Britney,
Britney,
bitch.
bitch. Not gonna fit you.
Okay, what do you think is the cringiest music era? Like,
Mumble rap.
Mumble rap,
Really?
actually, yeah.
Okay.
Well, like,
Easily.
okay, I can't understand them,
I
and
would-
like I wasn't the biggest like rap head to begin
Mm-mm.
with, so like
I can get behind like Big Sean or Kanye or Jay Z.
Yeah,
I
it's
like all
kinda
the
what we were, like,
oldies
listening to,
rap
like,
all the way
in-
up until
in high school. I mean,
yeah.
school dances and stuff, and
Yeah,
it
it
was like,
was-
yeah, it's what was cool. And I guess like we were just out of that generation of like we weren't teens when like it
Mumble
was-
rap came
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So maybe we just weren't the target audience, or we just.
I
You think
still don't
Dr.
think I wanna
Dre?
listen
You
to
think
it.
Dr. Dre is the god of rap? Like
I wouldn't
I
say
feel
he's
like
the god. I think he's
he
like he's great.
started the sampling like that into the
Yeah.
rap.
No, yeah.
Into the rap.
He's
I
a
felt like.
key component of where rap is at today.
Yeah, of sampling and doing that. There would be no Kanye without no Dr. Dre.
No, but yeah, like,
Or Jay Z or yeah.
That's true too.
that like, but that like '90s was really like what set the standard for rap. I mean, you had
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Well, and talking about that
Nas,
East West
and-
Coast.
LL Cool J.
Biggie.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nelly.
LL J. Yo, Nelly.
Nelly.
Nelly's the
Oh,
shit,
God.
dude. I love
DMX.
Yeah.
Rough Rider. I saw
gon'
him
give it
live,
to
dude.
me.
X go give it to me. Yes, dude. That's a good.
Yo,
good
DMX
time.
is yeah. DMX
I saw him
DMX
live.
is just
I
shit.
saw him
R.I.P.
live
by
in
the way.
Florida at yeah, he died. I saw him at what's up, where they're all it's something Smoke Fest. I don't
Rolling
know.
Loud?
Rolling Loud.
Rolling
There you go.
Loud.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw him at Rolling Loud, dude. I was like, checklist off. I
Check.
got him
That's-
and
that's
Snoop Dogg.
dope.
I got
That's
to see
dope,
Snoop
dude.
Dogg too.
Who? Yeah, Snoop's your craziest recently, right?
Yeah,
that you've seen.
recently the most.
Who's your
so
craziest?
Unreal.
dude. Like craziest person I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
In what sense?
Famous.
In the
The
concert
most,
or
the most
concert.
famous
Concert.
that I've seen,
or just craziest? Like
most stoked you were person to
dude
meet.
Zoo.
dude
That's
too.
it.
Zoo.
Zoo's cool.
Zoo.
I've never
he,
met
he
him,
did a
but-
live set.
That's
He
That's
did
dope.
everything live, and he was playing instruments. He was doing vocals.
that's so dope.
Damn,
It was, dude. It was fantastic.
that's crazy.
Have you heard of Petit Biscuit before?
Oh yeah.
Uh-uh.
What?
He was here in Washington when I was filming at Snoqualmie, and he was just down at the river. All of a
House,
sudden,
house
I was
had
just
my
walking.
ass.
Yeah, House had. You got to listen to that. It's only okay. I love you, Petit Biscuit, if you ever hear this or whatever. But
That's on my list.
your
for this
album
weekend.
after that first
Petit
album
Biscuit?
was not
Eh.
close. I'm sorry, but the
He was
first
finding himself.
He's fine. You're finding yourself. Please find that original route, like seriously,
Yeah.
because like. But the first album of Petit Biscuit, I just get ideas
Oh,
all the time.
Skrillex too. I just
when I listen.
remembered. I saw
Yeah.
Skrillex live.
Oh,
dude, actually,
I would
that
love
was
to see
probably
that.
the best show I've ever
Yeah.
seen. He was drunk, and he
Awesome.
played an hour extra. They had like people had to come off and kick him off the stage.
Damn. That's a good artist
No,
though.
it was
for
it
the
was-
people.
Dude, the show was supposed to be over at 12:45.
Oh
he went
my
on until like
gosh.
1:40.
Jeez.
And we were like, "Yo,
insane.
we gotta go." And then he would just keep playing, and we were like, "No, I guess we're staying."
We're staying.
Like people from the venue had to come and be like, "Stop,
Stop.
stop."
That's
and it was like
hilarious.
it was 2019,
Yeah.
so like it was him coming back with
Yeah.
brand new music.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, Jordan, but
No,
yeah,
you're
no,
good.
that's actually probably like the best show.
He's been on
Skrillex-
hiatus for a
Skrillex,
long
dude.
time. Like
Dude,
since
the
we were in
last,
high
the
school.
last
I'd wanna
2
see
years,
him.
he's been doing crazy stuff in music.
Good.
To see him.
He's
I saw
talented.
Kid
I like
Cudi.
him.
Kid
That's a
Cudi
dope one.
last year too. It was more or less. I don't know about his new stuff, but
He's
like,
in Sad Boy
I
right
just
now.
liked listening to all the old songs that I felt connected to in high school. It was weird to. Yeah. And I know.
Oh,
It was
oh,
so
dude.
cool. Like, dude.
That came out like
I
when
love-
we
That's
all
honestly
were.
a good album for a good
we were like
drive.
juniors and
Juniors?
seniors, dude.
I saw that
Pursuit of
movie.
Happiness.
Remember Project X?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw that movie in theaters opening night in like junior year, I think, and it was crazy because the entire
Formative.
theater was high school
Yeah.
students, and so like when the song came on, everyone was just singing, and
Yeah,
it was like a
it
party
was-
in the theater. It was
That's
so
crazy.
weird. It was awesome.
Yeah,
That's
Kid
awesome.
Cudi was great. That's another like one that I think we overlook now.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he's
mean,
not
throw it
brought
on
up a lot.
sometimes.
I mean, he kind of
I
fell
only
off
throw
a
on the
little
one
bit.
album though.
People kind of called him corny for like him just trying to like be healthy with like mental.
hey,
Well, I
don't.
thought he did
don't
go off
clean
the deep
yourself
end
up.
because he was like losing it.
Well, I
and
mean,
then-
yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what was wrong, but yeah,
A lot
he
of
got
coke will
hate
do
He
that.
got into the drugs and stuff, and then he got. It's only
Drugs?
been recently now, like a little bit ago, that he's got his act. you know?
Together,
Speaking
yeah.
of Kid Cudi, he's in 2 movies that I very much like.
Oh, that's
He's in movies?
right.
Yeah, dude.
What?
What
Need
is the
for
mov-
Speed.
Yes,
He's in Need for
Uh-huh.
which one?
Not Fast and Furious. Need for Speed.
Need for Speed.
with Aaron
Paul.
Aaron
You're
Paul,
thinking
yeah.
Yes.
Ludacris.
No, yeah,
You're thinking Luda.
Yo, no, come on.
Luda.
No, but I was like, is it the new ones? Because I haven't.
No.
Oh, okay, Need for Speed. Yeah, with Aaron.
So he's the pilot
Aaron
that
Paul.
it does the scouting, and he calls himself Maverick. It's hilarious. He's a great character. And then
that was
he's
a good movie too.
Yeah.
That's the one with the. Was it the Mustang?
Yeah. The
and they go
uh,
cross country with it, right?
the 50-year
Yeah.
reunion Shelby GT. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
That was actually a really good movie, dude.
That's a great
They got,
movie.
like,
All the stunts were done
the
for real too.
Veyron, and he like kills all of them, dude. Not like
Not the
kills them,
Veyron.
but, like,
Who's the
It's a
main character?
Koenigsegg.
is it?
Yes.
There was a Veyron on there though. It was it was part of the race.
Yeah, one
There
of
was
the
the
guys.
Bugatti Veyron, and there was like a bunch
He
of
gets
other, but
wrecked,
yeah,
though.
No, but yeah,
Yeah.
he beats everyone.
There's a Koenigsegg that the main guy drives, and that's the carbon fiber car I was telling you about. That's what he
jeez.
was driving. So,
Oh, the cook.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's that car.
I'm gonna have to see that. It's been a
Second
while.
movie he's in, it's an A24 film. Jenna Ortega's in it.
Ooh.
Jenna Ortega.
Mia Goth. It's called X. And the slogan for the movie is
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, X gon' give it to you.
No,
it's
it's
the
the name of the episode.
yeah, that'll just be an
Yeah.
episode. No, it's you can make a good dirty film. So it is like it's in the 70s and they're filming a dirty movie, and Kid Cudi plays a very well blessed black man. So
I
it's
have to see this movie.
it's really good.
Well blessed black.
Yeah, but it turns into something you don't expect, and that's what A24 typically is. Is like you watch and then it's
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Sounds like Zach and Miri make a porno.
Yeah. Awesome.
They
except
fall in love.
you don't really know it's going that way until it
You're just
does.
like, ah!
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh,
Oh
okay.
god. Oh my. Oh
What's
my.
crazy about that movie is, so they were in Australia when they were filming X, and they had leftover budget, and they finished it in like 3 weeks early.
Jeez.
Oh,
So they
damn.
took their budget and they made a prequel of the character that was doing stuff to them where they were filming.
That's actually
called
pretty
Pearl.
genius.
So X is the sequel to Pearl.
Oh, that's
And Mia
dope.
Goth, in the story, she plays the main actress and the old woman, Pearl.
Oh.
So when they did the
Interesting.
prequel, she just took all the makeup off and played Pearl as a young person.
Okay.
So she played all 3 characters.
that's pretty dope, actually.
And that's Shia LaBeouf's wife.
In real life, still?
Yeah.
Still married?
Yeah. Mia
I
Goth.
haven't
he
seen-
went off the deep end, bro.
And
I
then he
think he's
came
figuring
back,
it out.
and then he went out, and then he came back.
I've heard like through like, and this is like just articles that could be fake, but I heard that he's like a really hard person to work with in movies.
Oh yeah,
I believe it.
because he's
too
so
into it.
method. He's a method actor now
Okay.
too. He on the set of what's the one with
Fury.
Fury, he literally punched his tooth out. He had somebody punch him, and he broke his tooth
Broke his
out.
tooth out and then
and
cut himself for
cut
real.
himself for real,
the-
and just like
for the film.
before they started filming, he's like, "Pow, pow, pow, pow," like just so he looked more
That's-
beautiful, like, or realistic,
rugged?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then he rolled in the
Before
mud,
that
like,
film, he also did like 6 months of training with
That's insane,
ROTC.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wild.
Shia is a psychopath.
And I
wish
that
I had that
probably
kinda
has a lot
drive.
to do with his mental health, is always being a different person. Like he
Just
really
do
gets
it.
into it. It's scary.
I-
His,
That's-
his documentary movie about his life.
There's a documentary.
Oh,
about Shia
So
LaBeouf.
Honey-
he went, Honey Boy.
Honey Boy, yep.
He went to therapy, and through this therapy, they thought it would be good for him to write a story and a movie about himself. And then
So-
now he gets this movie made.
He plays his dad,
He plays
who
his
is
dad.
the antagonist in his
So
life.
believable. It's scary and it's so
So
good.
Shia's healing was to play the person that hindered him the most.
You got
That's
Amazon Prime.
insane.
Yeah.
Dude. That's
It helped with the
wild.
healing of it. he
Really
said,
good movie.
Yeah, stupid good.
Actually,
Really good.
I'm gonna
You
watch
have
that.
to see it.
Honey.
Honey Boy.
Honey,
Honey
Boy.
Boy?
Amazon Prime, I believe it was on
Maybe
there.
Okay,
Hulu
yeah.
too.
Or
It could
Hulu
be on
now.
I got
both.
both, so we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but
Dude, that's insane.
stupid good. You get to see the
I couldn't
dynamic of
imagine.
family in there too, of why.
I couldn't imagine playing like your antagonist of your life, dude. That's.
I mean,
that takes a lot of courage to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just do it.
Awesome. Do it. Take your dreams.
Take
What are we at up here, huh? How are we looking?
I think we're looking good. Maybe
Looking pretty good.
one last
Our
question and
folks?
we get out of here.
Oh wait, I thought I had. Oh yeah, I did. I said the cringiest time in music, and we said
I think we all agree
yeah,
on
mumble
that.
rap.
Yeah, mumble rap, dude.
Jeez.
I think that's it for music.
What? One last thing.
One last
weird,
thing.
interesting fact that different cultures have different notes in their keys as
What?
well that we don't hear all the way. Like they're
How does that work?
in
Like,
between notes almost.
because
but-
of like the instrument?
Yeah.
Or? Whoa.
Okay, now that you mention that, because I listen to a lot of Mexican music. Well, like not just Mexican, but like a lot of Latin music. But that's actually very interesting because now that you mention it, yes. Like
But
it's like
music's-
slightly
there's
different.
rules and they're made to be broken. So-
Once you know them,
Yep.
Break them.
break them.
I love Latino music, honestly, dude. Take me back to
Oh,
freaking
these
being
hips
a
don't
Durango.
lie.
Yeah.
Bro.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that.
My
These
family
hips
had the
don't
band,
lie.
dude. My grandpa would just get like lit on Coronas. Just
Yo,
go.
So my mom,
Yeah,
my mom has
the
pipes.
bongos.
My mom
Yeah.
has pipes, and I don't
Really?
speak with my mom, but like whenever we'd be like at parties and
Yeah.
she'd be like a little tipsy, she would start singing Vicente Fernandez, bro, and it was
Yeah.
like, damn, mom, you can sing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, like my mom had pipes, dude.
That's
Has
so
pipes.
dope, though.
But yeah,
It's good times. That's where I
Vicente
learned how to play
Fernandez, dude,
bocce ball. With
he's
Yeah.
a great artist. if you-
Bocce ball. All those good times.
Let's just say that Spanish family parties are the best.
Lit.
The
I'm sure
best.
you've been to a few. You have a little
Oh yeah.
Spanish in your.
I may not look like it, but one
No,
half of
but
my
yeah.
family.
I knew
is-
my mom's parties were boring, and I'd have to bring my Nintendo. I knew the other ones, I could just show up and have the best time of my life.
Dude,
you know, and my
the
dad's.
best part about like
Yeah.
for me going to like all my Mexican parties, opening any random door, there's like a child sleeping.
Yeah, or an adult sleeping, dude.
Yeah, dude, it'd be
Uncle
like a
Teal's
random child
Teal's
sleeping.
passed out again.
There's- It's a 1-year-old's birthday party, but there's more alcohol than
There's
than
always
anything.
birthday
food.
presents?
Always food on the table. Always something
Oh,
cooking
yeah,
too.
dude.
Always
Yeah,
a
it
smell
doesn't
up in the
matter
house.
what time you show
Doesn't
up,
matter.
Yep.
You get served.
Oh
it's
yeah,
the open house, man.
Mhm.
That's the
what-
lifestyle.
I love being Latin, dude.
Yeah.
It's my favorite
Great
little
part.
I only
party,
get a
too.
taste, but I like it.
Hey, but
It's
you're,
in
you're
me.
a part of it, brother.
Hey.
Yep, you're part now.
I'm just the funny gringo in the back.
Yeah, that's
okay,
funny.
That's all right.
I'm fine with it.
My grandpa moved to Texas and stuff growing up, and it was great to go down there and visit him. But like, it was pure Texas down there. Like,
Yeah, pure
Yeah.
Texas.
dude, the housing market down there. I mean, I'm gonna go off on a rabbit trail, but I mean, gosh, it is expensive in Washington.
Oh, it's
Well,
stupid.
it's what? It's like the second or third most expensive state, I want to say.
Yeah,
I feel
probably
like-
California, New York are right up there.
No, actually, Seattle. Well, I mean, I don't know New York as a whole, but Seattle, like,
Yeah.
recently became more expensive than New York to live in,
Jeez.
like on average.
All right, boys, we're moving the studio.
Moving to Eastern Washington.
Yeah, Eastern Washington.
No, I
Washington.
would just send it all the way to Idaho. No.
Yeah, if we're going, go to Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
It's the
I've been there once. It's
If you ever need
beautiful.
any green leaves, you just gotta drive 20
Wait, no,
minutes
is
across.
Yep.
Is it Coeur d'Alene that's literally like 5 minutes in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
no,
really close.
Going
So
to
people
Pullman visiting like
Coeur d'Alene's like
yeah.
20
visiting the
minutes
homies.
from
Mhm.
Spokane or Pullman. Or,
What,
So, like,
I think
Idaho,
there was
you
no
can't-
taxes on alcohol or something like that. I
There's
wanna say.
different. It's a
It's
little
different.
Or
bit
it's-
cheaper.
But that's
and-
why we would go to Coeur d'Alene
Yeah.
whenever I'd visit Pullman.
Oh yeah, no, you
But
go to
Coeur
Moscow.
d'Alene people go.
That's
to
what it was.
Yeah.
Moscow. Yeah, Moscow.
You're talking about Pullman. Yeah, you go to Moscow.
Moscow. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like that Walmart.
I've
that's
done
literally
that trip
just in-
before.
yeah.
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 We gotta go get booze, and then it's like we're going to Moscow.
Yep.
Going across state.
Yeah,
Next state.
going into
exactly.
enemy lines.
Enemy lines.
Well, all right, boys.
All
I
right.
think this is a good episode.
Success.
Episode 5.
We'll see
Episode
you guys
5,
in 2
guys.
weeks. Thank you for coming in.
Couple weeks.
Stay
Peace.
weird.
We're the artistic.